School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar.
Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, all these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people dropping like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up, I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Yo, this beat actually really hard.
UPK shit, South Coast shit, man. Shout out Bar Dog, Tennessee, up the building. Hey, get the money, hey. I know the fuck going on out there, motherfucker, man. Hey. I get the money, nigga. Taste the paper, bitch. Keep all of your morals, never slave for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but now they come around. They can't even come around. Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the bucks, bitch. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up BBS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot about a nigga or a bitch. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga freshly hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't little flip, getting pimped up out of his. I'm a straight G though, getting paper like a miso. That's that South Coast stain if you tryna hang. You be the body bang, boy, we rep the same. Nigga tryna talk, but we rep that murder game. Get your ass pop, ain't nothing to a G. Hold up, bitches wanna fuck, but hell nah, I don't pay no fee. Bitches leak too deep, got that ice, I make you sneeze. All these niggas lame in hell, can't even come around me. Bitches South Coast, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling, yeah.
Hell ain't no demons get control of me. No money get the best of me. No bitches getting up over me. Don't want much nigga, I'm sucker free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chain, these bitches chain, y'all chain is soak me. For real, this brotherhood of weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Y'all can rob on nigga ass, won't even need a weapon. And y'all be well protected. And y'all be well respected. And if you got a problem, then y'all way better address it. You cross that line, we ain't show no mercy. Cross that line, you ain't gon' need search. You pull up and they getting up. You ain't making no moves, you ain't got no purse. On ISUPK, so I ain't never worried. I'm putting the work, both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm a young nigga, but I'm a certified priest. And I'm from Tennessee. In this mandatory that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play for keys. For real.
Mic check, mic check. Shalom, Lord Christ Israel's Preaching Officer 500 Kataba at ISUPK Detroit, back with another Lashawan Qadash class every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Of course, just as another reminder, always pay your tithes, pay your tithes, pay your tithes. ISUPK tithes. Go to ISUPK.com, click on the link that says pay your tithes and make sure that you're paying your tithes. Of course, this is not like the Christian church. These tithes actually go back to the community. It goes back to the Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So if you look on our websites, all across the nation, schools are having food drives, clothing drives, etc. So we got to make sure that we're actually supporting and pushing this truth. Of course, like, share, and subscribe as well. Like, share, and subscribe. Click on the video, drop a comment. Hate it or love it, your choice. What we have coming up, Passover, of course. Passover's coming up April 20th. So make sure you do your due diligence. Save your pennies. If you ain't got the pennies, guess what? You can start walking now. Get a head start. Let's get 1,000 miles on them Nikes. I know you just dropped 200 on them Jordans. Let's put them to work. You know, stop along the way, hit that gas station, ask for that water. You know, keep it pushing. I guarantee you, when you can make it to Passover, you will be fed. I guarantee it. Especially if you walk, brother. I have a drink ready for you. All right, so let's get started. So where we left off last week, of course, was Psalms 121. I'm going to just briefly go over this this section of it, which I believe is like the first two verses, and then double back, go over the basics, which is the alphabet, the prepositions and possessive adjectives, and then we'll move into the third verse and then wrap it up. Next week we'll move into the fourth and probably fifth verse, breaking it down, putting it in the ancient and Assyrian Hebrew. You have the Paleo, and you have that more modern day. So you see both scripts currently on the board. It starts off with, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. In Hebrew, that is, Asha'a, Ayanya, Al Haharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azariah. So in that breakdown, you have Asha'a, which means I will lift up. Ayanya, Ayan means eyes. The root word is eyes. Ya is a possessive, possessive adjective, letting you know whose eyes, my eyes. Al is just simply unto, unless it's before another word. So later on, you'll see I'll come before a different word, and it actually acts like la'a in a sense. When you put la'a in front of a word, which means no or don't, something along those lines. Haharium, of course, is to the hills. Ha is that preposition for the. Yum, of course, is the plurality of the root word for hills. Moving on, you have Ma'ayan Yaba'a Azaria. From whence? From whence? So ma, if you look in your prepositions, which we'll go over, put on the board briefly, means from or of. Yaba'a simply means cometh. Izaria, ya at the end, just like above, and Ayanya means my help. That's a possessive adjective. So when you have that at the end of the word, that's your possessive adjective to let you know whose help or who's being helped, rather. All right, so I'm gonna get this off the board, and then we're gonna put up those possessive adjectives, those prepositions, and then that third verse. All right, so I kind of called an audible. Definitely, I'm choosing not to write the alphabet for time's sake. We're just gonna go over the alphabet, but we'll write out the prepositions. I'm pretty sure we're comfortable with the alphabet. Maybe not the script of the Assyrian, but as we work on it, it'll get easier and easier. So let's jump right into those prepositions. All right, the first preposition that we have is I. So in the Assyrian, that I is simply that, or that. This is the ancient, this is the Assyrian, Salakia. Which means I or I am. The next one is Ba, which means in. Then we have da. A little bit faster. All right, so you have da, ha, wa, ya, ka, la, ma, sha, and tha. So da is do, ha is the, wa and, ya is like, it's like it, he. Ka is like, la is to, ma is of, sha is means pertaining to. It's like it for the penmanship. And tha is the future tense. And we'll explain that when it gets to the applications of it. All right, so go ahead, take a minute, write it out in the Hebrew and the Syrian. It helps your hand, it helps the script. All right, so there you have it. Those are the prepositions. Preposition, preposition, going before a word. Those sits before a root word. And when it's before that root word, it behaves differently than that possessive adjective that sits at the end of a word, that suffix, which we'll put on the other side of the board. So go ahead, take a second that now, and I'll get started on the other ones. Slacky Israel for the length it took me to do that. Bear with that penmanship. It's a little crooked, slant to the left, but it's alright. So we have the possessive adjective starting off with ma, which is Yah in the Hebrew. Then you have next to it the Assyrian and then the ancient. You have yor, which is ka. Just as a side note, when ka is at the end of the word, you'll see it two different ways. You'll see, for an example, and I just put it in the middle of the board. So in the Assyrian, ka anywhere in the word would look like this. All right, when I'm not messing up, it would look like something like that. But if it's at the end of the word, it will look like this. So that's one of the things you have to be mindful of, because that particular character looks like a few other characters. It could look like Ra, which looks like this. In the Assyrian, Da, which is very similar. Which looks like that. All take a similar shape of like a 7. Whether the top part is longer or the stem part is longer or shorter. Those are like the distinguishing difference. But we have to be mindful at the beginning of the word or anywhere in the word, it will look like the above. But at the end of the word, it will look like this. And just as well in the Hebrew as well, or the ancient as well. That's ka in the Hebrew. I mean, in the ancient, but if it's anywhere else in the word, it'll kind of look like that. If it's at the end of the word, like a Y with a extra stem. All right, so now that you got that down, those are one of those ones that you want to commit to memory. These possessive adjectives. So as we was going before, we were breaking down the beginning of Psalms 121, and we was able to identify the different possessive adjectives and the different prepositions to give us a better understanding of what the writer is saying. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put up verse 3. And then we're going to go ahead and end out and finish up next week. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and erase the no. All right, no, I'm gonna leave them on the board. We're just gonna have to take it. Yeah, we'll just have to spread them out and erase where needed. All right, so the first two words, and I'll just go ahead and read that verse. Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regal Kai, Al Yanawan, Shamar Kai. So the first two words is Al Yathan. And just as a reminder, when you're writing in the Hebrew script, of course, you're going from right to left. But when you write it out in the English script, it's going from left to right. So, Al, of course, what we talked about above earlier just simply means unto. But when you add it in front of a word, it changes the context to the same context if you would put la'ah in front of the word, which means not or no. Yathun comes from the root word nathun. Nathun means to give. But when you add the yah in front of it, it changes the tense and lets you know who will not give. So Al Yathun means I will not, he will not suffer. And suffer, give, it's the same context. Like when the scripture talks about, I suffer not something, paraphrasing. That means you're not allowing or you're not giving. So that's all that means, the same word. Get that down and I'll be writing on the next or going to the next one. But to highlight those is Al, of course, again means unto, but when it comes before a word, it means it gives you the understanding of not. Yathun comes from the root word give, which is Nathun, and then moving on to Lamawat. Mawat is the root word for moved. And when you add the la in front of it, it gives you the context to be moved. You can see that from the preposition here. La means to. Simple connections that'll help you understand. That's why the prepositions and the possessive adjectives are so important. All right, I'm gonna go on to the next set of words. All right, so the next set of words is Regal Kai Al Yanawam. So Regal simply means foot. That's the word for foot. When you add the Ka, Again, that's that possessive adjective. You look over to the right, you see your possessive adjectives, you find ka, and that ka means your. That gives you that understanding of thy. That's that old English, that Quaker English. Thy foot to be moved. Yanawam means to slumber. And again, Nawam, to slumber. The ya is that preposition for he. And again, if you add that al in front of it, just like above, when it's al yathun, he will not suffer. It's the same thing with al yanawam. He will not slumber. So again, al has a double meaning or a double understanding. It'll let you understand that it's unto by itself. You see that in verse 1. But when it's before a word, it means not or no. Let's get the next or the last word in a sentence, which is shamar kai. All right, so the root word there is shamar. Shamar means to watch or to guard, but it also means to keep. It's just like a safekeeping, to keep safe. So when it talks about shamar kai or shamar ka, Salakia, you look over, and that ka again gives you that possessive adjective of your or thy or thee. So that understanding would be all right, so Shamar Kai means that keepeth thee. So there you have it. You have it in the Syrian. For time's sake, I didn't want to fight with the. I mean, you have it in the ancient. I didn't want to fight with. You know what? I ain't gonna be scared of it. I'm about to put it up. No, I'm not. That's cap. I ain't gonna do that. Next week, we gonna go back to the ancient and the Assyrian. Y'all caught me today. It was just a little rough start, so like, yeah, we ain't gonna talk. But with that being said, if you have any questions, go ahead, put it in the chat. Of course, if there's anything that you want to have a better understanding on, any words or phrases that you want to be able to say or know what it means in Hebrew, definitely shoot it to me. If I don't know it, I ask a man that knows it. Guess what? We can learn together. All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out. Man, Israel Amajim. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak, Yabashim Yao Shabarakatha, Yajamata, dismiss.